Okay, let's get Facebook going and get everybody on here and say hi, welcome. Please tell me where you're watching from. Hello, Facebook, and welcome. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Happy week 52. I think, does that mean that it's a 1-year anniversary? Is that today? I think so. Let me get everything set up. All right, and we are good to go. Welcome. Hi, Gilead. Hi, Adam and Chris. I know, a whole year. It is such a, Rich says, unbelievable. Totally, I agree. Hi, Chris in Dallas. Let me just get my screen up here so I can see some comments if I want, although comments should be coming up on Facebook. Are you guys saying anything? Say hi. Oh, hi, Susan. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Amelia, Alicia. Hello, Dawn. Alan is on there. Thank you so much. Hi, Terry in Chicago. Rich, thank you guys so much. And wow, no, I mean, happy anniversary to you guys, really, because I feel like, without you, we would not have been able to do this at all. Hi, Avi. Hi, Dan in England. Hey, Dave. How you doing? He's in Holland. Bill and Marion, welcome. Hi, Paul. How are you? And Richard. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see these balloons. I feel like on YouTube you can see them. I posted a picture of them. They're here. I didn't know how to get them more in the camera. Hi, Lenice. Yes, so 12 months, 52 weeks. I like to think it's continuous, even though I know Stephen and I pre-taped a couple shows back when I was in Scandinavia. Stephen's on Facebook today, guys. If you see him there, you can say hi. And we did air a Scott Hamilton concert when I was in the car. But I still think it's 52 weeks. We were together every Sunday for 52 weeks, which is totally amazing. And you guys are the best. You've made this all possible, and I love your comments right now. Please do share the video like you always do. I know you do. And today we're going to be playing some music and talking about the great Duke Ellington. So I have been totally obsessed with Ellingtonia the past couple weeks, which I kind of got started because at the Strand I discovered this amazing biography on the great Johnny Hodges. Hi, Bruce in Aylesbury, and hi, Mike and Janie. So good to see you guys. Hi, Nancy. Yes, so some people are saying we're back in portrait mode. We are in portrait mode on Facebook. We're in landscape mode on YouTube. I actually like the portrait mode a lot more just because I can see the keys, or you guys can see the keyboard more, which is so hard in landscape. But next week we have Fuku on drums for a special guest, and we'll be landscaping again. Steven's on there. Hi, Aunt Mary and James. Nice to see you guys. Hey, Corey, how are you? So, Johnny Hodges. And I read this book. It was totally amazing, and it just got me into this obsessed place. So then I read this book, which I already owned. I read it again, the biography of Billy Strayhorn called Lush Life. And then last night, I actually started reading Duke's book, Music is My Mistress, again. So I'm listening to Duke Ellington. I'm thinking about Duke Ellington. I'm going to talk about Duke Ellington. We're going to play some Ellington and Strayhorn tunes. And let's get on to some music. And then I'll come back and talk to you guys again. Oh, the numbers are messed up. Yeah, the 2 doesn't want to stay in its place. Let's see if we can scoot it over more. And maybe it won't move. The balloons, they have a mind of their own. So I have some friends on there from Santa Cruz. Good to see you guys. I did a video for Kuwamba a little while ago. So, music. Okay. A lot of these songs you guys are going to know, such as Missed the Saturday Dance, Heard They Crowded the Floor, Awfully Different Without You, Don't Get Around Much Anymore, Thought I'd visit a club, Got as far as the door, They'd have asked me about you, Don't get around much anymore. Now then, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit a club. Got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Now then, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thank you guys so much joining me here for week 52 and some Duke Ellington. I'm going to scroll back and see some comments. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Kristen. So many comments on my dress. I do want to tell you guys that I totally treated myself to Rent the Runway this month. So I've got some new clothes this month for the shows. And we are filming tomorrow at the Carlisle also. That's very kind, Dave. That's Errol Garner. Steven says, back in the 1980s, I played this tune on every gig I played in Oklahoma. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jacob. He says, I remember when you played for the first ever Oklahoma All-State Vocal Jazz Choir. I remember that too. I was in high school. That was super fun. Gosh, that must be like 2001, 20 years. I shouldn't say that out loud. Hi, Daniela. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. Oh, hi, Jen and John. Nice to see you guys in Metuchen. So, yeah, Duke Ellington. I love that song, and I learned that song because Clark Terry, who is a Duke Ellington alum, or was a Duke Ellington alum, put that on a list of tunes when I was a little girl, and we were at the Clark Terry Institute of Jazz Studies. Clark made a list of tunes that he thought all jazz musicians should know, and that was on there, and so that was one of the very first songs I ever sang. You guys know Clark watches me every day when I practice. There he is. Clark Terry, the Duke Ellington alum and our friend. I'm going to talk more about that, but I'm going to sing another song for you guys right now. I wanted to learn, and I did learn, but I have to look at the lyrics. Don't be mad. I wanted to learn some more Strayhorn tunes after I read the book. So Billy Strayhorn was sort of, I would say, Duke Ellington's right hand. He was known as his alter ego at some times, and he was also a pianist. And a lot of the tunes that you hear, actually, he wrote. Like he wrote "Take the A Train," and he arranged a lot of tunes also for the Ellington Band. My personal favorite Ellington record is called Masterpieces. It's a blue cover, and it was their very first long play, their very first LP, 33 and a half, 33 and a third, whatever, record. And Strayhorn arranged these tunes, and they're so beautiful. So that's Billy Strayhorn. He's from Pittsburgh, and he was born, I think, in 15 or 14. I'm not that great with numbers. And of course, Ellington was born in 99, so he was a little bit younger than Ellington. And I wanted to learn this tune, which is one of the first tunes that he wrote for the band. And I'm just reading a comment, sorry. Yes, Kenny says, can you share that list of tunes? Absolutely, I can share that, no problem. But I wanted to learn this tune because it's sort of a huge hit for the Ellington Band, written by Strayhorn, from the Blanton Webster Band, which is the early 40s. And it featured Ben Webster, but also Al Hibbler singing it. And it's kind of a song you don't hear very much anymore. Clark really loved it. John Coltrane obviously loved it. He recorded it. And this is called My Little Brown Book. My little brown book, with a silver binding, how it keeps reminding me of a memory that's haunting me in some quiet nook. I go through its pages and peruse this ageless tale of a love that failed to ever come true. On this page at 8 of that fateful night at 8, when I found you were no longer in love. After that, there's nothing more, just a dark and futile door that shuts out the stars above. In my little book, I inscribed your heart vow. But since we're apart now, this and that last sweet kiss But since we're apart now, this and that last sweet kiss is all that's left of you. That's all that's left of you. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Steven says he remembers Clark Terry singing it, and I'm very curious because I cannot recall Clark singing that song, but it is called My Little Brown Book. And I didn't know, I mean, I knew Clark played it. I didn't know he sang it. Yes, Jim, I also love Billy Strayhorn. His chord progressions are really very creative. They're very creative and different, and you have to think of how super modern they would have been in the late 30s. And when I was reading the book, which I'll show you again, it's available if you guys want to get it. I didn't write it. I don't have any like skin in the game selling this book. It's just really good. That he wrote Lush Life, which I'm not going to play right now, but that he wrote Lush Life when he was a teenager. So he was obviously just a super advanced, very harmonically minded, creative individual. And Dave says, I love the record. This one's for Blanton with Ray Brown. Oh, yeah, 1972. Yeah. So Jimmy Blanton is a super famous bass player, and he was so famous that he defined the sound of the Ellington Band when Ben Webster was there in the 40s, and also happens to be randomly from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I learned that because when I went to Chattanooga for the very first time, we were checking into the hotel, and the girl at the hotel said, oh, you're jazz musicians. And I said, yeah. And she said, oh, there's a famous jazz musician from here. And I had no idea who she was going to say. I really had no idea. And I was like, really? Who? And she said, Jimmy Blanton. And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing. So that was My Little Brown Book. Hi, Ernie. Thank you. Actually, I've been wondering a lot about that tune, about what is the book. But it's a diary, like a planner, I suppose, because it has the schedule in it and everything. But I think it's just must be such a beautiful little diary to sit there and peruse it and feel sad. I don't have a physical diary, so now I feel like I should have one just so I can relate to Billy Strayhorn and his Little Brown Book. I'm gonna do another tune for you guys right now. Another tune that was on Clark's list, actually, and one of Clark's absolute favorite songs to play. In a mellow tone, feeling fancy free. I'm not alone, I've got company. Everything's okay. The livelong day with this mellow song. I can't go wrong in a mellow tone. That's the way to live. If you mope and groan, something's got to give. Just go your way and laugh and play. There's joy unknown in a mellow tone. comments on there. I'm going to go check them out. Hello, Gloria. Hi, Joyce. Hello, Elise. Nice to see you. Oh, Mary, I'm so glad your CD arrived. I know the post office has been so slow. Jim says, interesting that you're playing the bass with your left hand. That's this hand. He says, I played the bass keyboard with my left hand. I mean, that's funny. He says he made the band leader play him double because the left hand was like doubling on the bass. I dig that. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that tune is super swinging. There's a great Oscar Peterson version that, is it on Oscar's Choice? I thought it was Mellow Moods. There's a great Clark Terry version on YouTube with a lot of other horn players at Montreux, I think. Stephen, tell us about that. And one of my favorites is, of course, the Sarah Vaughan version on the Pablo Records, Duke Ellington Songbook Volume 1 with an arrangement by Frank Foster. It's so swinging, and actually she does it in that key. I was in the key of D flat, which is always fun. We love the key of D flat here in this house. But you might be wondering why I've had Duke Ellington so much on my mind, and I think a lot of it has to do with as we enter this 1 year anniversary of Live from Lockdown, which sort of is a 1 year anniversary of being locked down. I've just been thinking a lot about he had such a long career, and he persevered through so much culturally, through so many world wars, through so many changes, through musical changes and cultural changes, and he was just always there sort of producing and being himself and making music. And so I've been really trying to sort of like think about that a lot and get a little inspiration from him, as so many musicians before me have, including Clark Terry. Stephen wanted me to point out to you guys today that Clark's stage persona, and in fact his business persona, I guess I could say, regarding signing autographs and smiling and the way he spoke on the microphone, all came really from Duke Ellington, that he was really trying to be Duke. And I certainly saw that myself many times in the way he would count off the band. They both would sort of stomp off the band, which I'm not going to do because I have neighbors downstairs and I'm wearing 4-inch high heels, and I feel like that would just be rude because it would be so loud. But, and the way he would smile, and he had this sort of big smile that you could definitely see from the back of the auditorium, Clark specifically. He'd smile like this, and there would be space in between his teeth. Anyway, it's just making my own self laugh. Thank you, Roy. Thanks, Joyce. So definitely, that's one reason I've really been thinking a lot about him, and also just wanting to learn these amazing tunes that I haven't learned. And I'm going to do another ballad actually for you right now. This one I love so much. And a reason I haven't sung a lot of these songs, I think, is because Stephen plays them, and so I play them instrumentally. And also, just to be totally honest, they're really hard to sing. The melodies tend to be sort of, I don't know, a little bit hard to hear. And of course, Ella sang so many of them so beautifully, and they have been sung beautifully, but they're challenging tunes. And I just hear Johnny Hodges playing them in my mind, and I just think, why don't I sound like Johnny Hodges? Thank you, Simon. The Oscar Peterson version is on MPS exclusively for my friends. That's the record I was talking about with Sam Jones. So, and in case you guys don't know, who is Johnny Hodges? This is him. He was lead alto player for Ellington. You probably saw him with other things. He had a lot of his own projects as well. He was on TV. He's from Cambridge, Massachusetts, born in '07. And he was with Ellington basically almost his entire career. I'm reading in Music is My Mistress right now. It's like 1926, and they're in New York having a jazz career. And I just think it blows my mind to think of like Ellington and Hodges and Harry Carney hanging around New York City in 1926 and like hanging out with Fats Waller, hanging out with James P. Johnson. Pretty amazing stuff. So I'm going to sing this song for you. This is Prelude to a Kiss. Oh, hi, Fred in Pensacola. I'd love to come back to Pensacola. I bet you guys are having really beautiful weather. If you hear a song in blue like a If you hear a song that grows from my tender sentimental that was my heart trying to compose a prelude to a kiss. Though it's just a simple melody with nothing fancy, nothing much, you could turn it to a symphony, a Schubert tune with a Gershwin touch. Oh, how my love song gently cries for the tenderness within your eyes. My love is a prelude that never dies. My prelude to a kiss. Though it's just a simple melody with nothing fancy, nothing much, you could turn it to a symphony, a Schubert tune with a Gershwin touch. Oh, gently cries for the tenderness within your eyes. My love is a prelude that never dies. My prelude to a kiss. Thank you guys so much. So I think that is just such a beautiful song, and I saw somebody say that they also love Johnny Hodges, and he just has the most beautiful, beautiful sound. And I think it's interesting not to get too deep or too heavy on jazz history or the lineage of the jazz saxophone, but you know, I love Bird. I thought I had a Bird, but I think Bird's in the living room. He's not in here with me. But you know, it's so interesting to think that even if, you know, Bird influenced so many people that came before him, but even if we hadn't had a Charlie Parker, we would have had a Johnny Hodges, which is so great. You guys should totally check him out. Although you've heard him a lot, whether you know it or not. Hi, Magda in Barcelona. Nice to see you. Oh, hi, Jim. So good to see you. Also, my parents got a copy of your book, and they say thank you, and they're on here right now. There are so many tunes. I know I'm getting some requests. Hi, Brandon. But I'm just gonna say that I'm not necessarily an expert on the Strayhorn book. I'm working on it, and I'll keep bringing you guys more tunes as we as the weeks continue. As week 53, week 54, what are we going to do for our 100th show, you guys? So this is week 52. There's balloons behind me. It's our anniversary, our birthday, I suppose. And because you guys are the best, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. Thank you, Pamela. And I'm going to play an instrumental tune for you now that you guys have heard us play a lot, because you know this is one of Stephen's favorite tunes. And it's called Satin Doll. Interestingly enough, I was reading that there was another set of lyrics to this tune, which I've never heard, written by Strayhorn himself, and that this song was actually written for his mother, who he was very close to, and they were from Pittsburgh, like Errol Garner and like Art Blakey, so many great jazz musicians from Pittsburgh. But this is Satin Doll, and it is on our new record, Live from Lockdown, the CD, that's coming out soon. And I listened to the masters yesterday, so did Stephen. And they sound pretty great. Stephen sounds great. They sound beautiful. I'm excited for you guys to hear them. We don't have a release date yet, but the record sounds good, and we have artwork coming. I saw a preview of it. It looks beautiful, and that's kind of exciting. So, oh, hi, Robbie. Nice to see you. And hello, Joseph in Barcelona. This is Satin Doll. Let me get my mind. I need Stephen here to talk to you guys while I get my brain squared away. remembering that song. Yes, we used to play that at Novita a lot. Avi, thank you. In Metuchen, I missed that gig. Hi, Katerina. And Sharifa in Burbank, California. Nice to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Ah, Sarah, Ellie, that's so sweet. Yeah. I was thinking about, of course, I was thinking about Clark Terry playing it. I was thinking about my new version with Steven on the new record. I was thinking about Ellington Band. And then I was thinking about the fantastic Errol Garner version that I've heard. And I was trying to remember, I think Errol might play it in A flat, which I feel like is kind of odd because everyone plays this song in C. Everybody. And it's actually kind of a difficult song. Like I was saying, so many of these Ellington tunes, they're so simple. And I feel like they really show your creativity, and they show who you are, because you can't just like soul your way through it, like blues your way through it, and you can't just sort of intellectually play your way through it either. You have to be Ben Webster and Johnny Hodges or Clark Terry, and really sound. That's who I feel like I'm up against when I'm playing the song. And I was trying to think about Errol, and also he plays it. There's like a different shout and maybe a different form. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember. But I love that. I love that version. And I'm going to play this song. Elise, yes, I will play Sophisticated Lady. Actually, we'll do that right now. I used to sing this song at Makers. Any of you guys ever go to Makers in Oklahoma City? And really was a great gig. I played that gig all through high school. And Jim says Errol played in all the odd keys. Yeah, he played wherever he wanted. He was very key fluent. And A flat, Jim Newsom says A flat sounds difficult, and it's not as hard as you think. I transcribed that Errol Garner version a few years ago, and it lays on the piano really nicely in A flat, but you sort of have to be willing to let go of any preconceptions you have about the key of A flat or where you want your fingers to lay. But it lays nicely if you're open if you're open to it. But we used to sing this song at Makers, and it was a cigar bar. It was a great gig, but it was really loud because it was Oklahoma City and people were partying. It was the weekend, and we would do this ballad, and it was always a little bit hard to sing it in the cacophony of the room, but people always liked it. Thank you for the request. They say into your life love came, and then in this heart of yours burned a flame that flickered and died one day. And then, with this disillusion deep in your eyes, you learn that fools in love soon grow wise. The years have changed you somehow, I see you now. Dancing, dining with some man in a restaurant. Is that all you really want? Oh no. Sophisticated lady, I know you miss the love you lost long ago. And when nobody is nigh, you cry. dancing, dining with some men in a restaurant. Is that all you really want? Oh no. Sophisticated lady, I know you miss the love you lost long ago. And when nobody is nigh, you cry. Thank you guys so much. That's Duke Ellington's Sophisticated Lady, and it was a good request. And yeah, I love that tune. And I have to say, when I was a teenager and I was singing this. I learned it. I was about 15. Jeez. And I thought I was so hip because we're singing it in a nightclub, and the bridge so accurately described what was happening around me, and I thought that was so cool because I was like smoking, drinking, never thinking of tomorrow, and I was looking at all these people. But then when I got to the second half of the bridge, I was like diamonds shining, dancing, dining with some man in a restaurant. I was kind of like, that sounds like fun. So I think the song it's a very deep song, obviously harmonically, melodically, and lyrically, and perhaps a little bit over my head when I was 15. But that is Sophisticated Lady, and you guys are here with me on week 52 of Live from Lockdown. It's our 1-year anniversary of these Sundays, and because of you guys, because you've been so wonderful. And Avi reminded us, I think just a little while ago while I was singing, that if you'd like to donate and contribute to the show and make the show happen, you can, and we always certainly appreciate that very much. And PayPal and Venmo, Zelle, all those links are down there in the text box on both videos. And you can go to my website also if you want, and do that there. Katerina says, wish you can perform sometime soon. I would love to come back to Canada. Actually, this February, I had a tour planned in Western Canada that I'm hoping to be able to reschedule, and I would really love to come to Montreal. I played the Montreal Jazz Festival once, maybe in 2017, I can't remember. Oh, hi, Rob. Rob is a wonderful jazz pianist in London. Nice to see you virtually. I miss coming to London and Paris and all the places. Obviously, a lot of these songs are ballads, but not this next one. This is actually one of my favorites. Also, again, from that Sarah Vaughan record that I love so much. I let a song go out of my heart. It was the sweetest melody. I know I lost heaven, 'cause you were the song. Since you and I had drifted apart, life doesn't mean a thing to me. Please come back, sweet music. I know I was wrong. Am I too late to make amends? You know that we were meant to be more than just friends, just friends. I let a song go out of my heart. Believe me, darling, when I say I won't know sweet music until you return someday. to make amends. You know that we were meant to be more than just friends. Just friends. I let a song go out of my heart. Believe me, darling, when I say I want no sweet music. I want no sweet music. I want no sweet music until you return someday. My favorite part of that song is the bridge. I think it's so pretty. Am I too late to make amends? You know that we were meant to be more than just friends. Just friends. I let a song go out of my heart. Believe me, darling, when I say I want no sweet music. I want no sweet music. I want no sweet music until you return someday. I don't know, I just really like the bridge. I think the bridge is like very, very beautiful harmonies. Thank you, Bill and Marion. Thank you guys so much. Hi, John. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, totally. Steven loves that song. And I think also that song really kind of begs for horns, you know? So I feel I would be really remiss if I didn't play my absolute favorite Duke Ellington tune. I was just reading, I would love to come back to Ronnie Scott's. Such a beautiful club. This is my favorite song. I'll do a quick version. You have to imagine Ben Webster playing it. That's what I hear in my mind. All too soon, we had to part. The moment you had touched my heart, and with you went my dream. All too soon. All too sweet was our affair, and you put all the sweetness there. What a shame that you are gone all too soon. I knew the strange delights that you in love could bring, but as I reached the heights, the bottom fell from everything. You should know as well as I that our love deserves another try. For you whispered goodbye. All too soon. For you whispered goodbye. All too soon. That's All Too Soon by Duke Ellington. By Duke Ellington. A lot of the ballads we played today have been by Billy Strayhorn, but that is a Duke Ellington tune, and I love that. And that's the original sort of like little intro and ending then. So bluesy, and that's one of my favorite things about Duke Ellington. I feel like he just makes all the notes sound so good. And oh, Dave, you're very kind, because it's so funny. He says such a big repertoire. I was thinking, sort of, it's been a big reflection. I've been thinking, wow, 52 weeks of this show, a whole year, sort of, what have I learned? What have I done? What have we done? And I was trying to think about all the tunes that we've played on this show, with Steven, with Nick, by myself. And boy, it's kind of a lot of songs. And some of them I remember. That's the other weird thing about this year, is because I played this show with you guys once a week that I love so much, and I try not to repeat too many songs. So even if I learn a tune, I perform it once. And really, for me to really learn a song, I need to perform it like a dozen times. So I was listening to the masters to the new Live from Lockdown CD, and I was thinking, gosh, I have to relearn all these songs that they sound so good, and I know them, and I don't remember them. And exact same feeling. I have a trio record coming out with my Scandinavian trio on Venus Records very soon, maybe in the next month or so. And I was listening to that also, and I was thinking, wow, there's so many songs on there that I don't really remember. Katerina is requesting Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. Yes, that would be really great. Maybe we could do a Mingus show, and that would be super fun. There's one song that I haven't played that I feel like we must play, and it's actually one of my favorites. I might play it a few different ways. So you guys recognize it for sure. My favorite version, apart from the Duke Ellington versions, of which there are many great versions, including the Ella vocal, but also the original Betty Roche, is from a Ray Brown trio record with Gene Harris, and they play it really slow like this. And it's kind of a bass feature. That's Take the A Train, in case you guys didn't know. And very interestingly enough, that was written by Billy Strayhorn. So it's the Duke Ellington theme song, and of course you guys, you've heard it a million times, but it was written by Billy Strayhorn. And actually he said he wrote it in this book because he really wanted to get this job with Ellington working as an arranger. And he said he was going sort of, not to an audition, but to meet Ellington. They'd already met, but they were meeting again to talk about things, and he wanted to bring him a song. And he said he took that song from the first time he met Ellington. Ellington described to him how to get to his house when he came to New York, which was on the A train line, and that Ellington took, boy, I'm so confused, that Strayhorn took those directions and made it into a song. So thank you guys so much for joining me here today, celebrating 52 weeks of Live from Lockdown, celebrating the perseverance and genius beyond category of the great Duke Ellington. I'm going to play my theme song, but I wanted you guys to see the balloons. Did you see? There's the 5. And here's the 2. So we were going to get a big 1. But like a 1 is not that much fun, right? Like you want more balloons. So we thought, well, if we got 52, then we could have 2 balloons. But when we bought the balloons, I was sort of wondering, did the guy think one of us was 25 or one of us was 52? I don't know. Anyway, 52 weeks. I'm going to just leave this one here because you guys are the best. And I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me and for encouraging me and really inspiring me to keep working on my music through this very strange year. Because I feel like without you and this show, I might have just read a lot of books, which is not necessarily bad, but it's much better being able to perform for you guys and have big balloons. So anyway, and don't forget, if you want, I know some of you guys are reminding me, I really appreciate all the donations and the tips, and you can find the links all around. And don't forget to look for the silver lining whenever clouds appear in the blue. Remember, somewhere the sun is shining, so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. Try to find the sunny side of life. This is on the new CD too, by the way, of course. Look for the silver lining whenever clouds appear in the blue. Remember, somewhere the sun is shining, so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. Try to find the sunny side of life. Try to find the sunny side of life. Thank you guys so much. You're the best. I couldn't do it without you. I love you. Please have a good week. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Enjoy things being springy and some beautiful weather. And I will see you next Sunday, as always, for Live from Lockdown, week 53. I might keep these balloons for a while, though, because they're pretty awesome. So you guys are the best. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye.